Hello everyone and welcome back to Agrarian Skies. I will be cutting this episode again. I haven't done that in a while, but it seems more convenient. So I just wanted to quickly show you the finished setup here. And I had to use well, I could use full box as well, that would work, but I'm just going with the redstone energy conduits. If I used a fence here and the conduits here, in between there will be enough space for the young cows to get back. Because they're trying to get to their parents, but they can't. The chronotyper is keeping them on this side. Well, actually the fences, the chronotyper just pulled them over, as you can see. So, I have a safari net, which, think of it like a Pokeball. I can pick up stuff, entities, and place them down, like that. And this cow is about to get sucked over by the chronotyper, because it's a baby cow. There we go. And these things have a bit of an idle time, so when it sees that there's no babies in its area of effect, it just goes, okay, I'll wait for 200 ticks then, which 200 ticks is 10 seconds. And I was talking earlier, or last episode, about upgrading these things with range upgrades. They don't even take upgrades, so that was a complete waste of crafting those. Are you on the wrong side of the fence? How did you get on the wrong side of the fence? Don't go on the wrong side of the fence, silly thing. I have 7 cows here now. 4 were here initially, 4 came from over here, and one of them accidentally I hit. And there's a glitch in this mod, at least in the version I'm using, where if you hit an enemy, you know how they have a panic reaction and try to run away from you? In this version of the mod pack, you hit them once, they run away forever. They never calm down. And that was just annoying. So, there is that. This thing here still has 18 million RF, that's just fine. I don't know what I started with, but I started below 20 million, so should last me a while. And so the sort of scared cow I picked up with the safari net and put down here, and it's already produced 106 millibuckets of pink slime, which I will be using once I have a bucket. It will take a little while. These guys haven't even grown up yet, but then it'll go quite nicely. I could put more cows in here to make more breeding possible, so that it all goes a little faster. And actually, I think for that purpose I will pick up 3 of these babies and put them on the other side. Using this as safari net, and I crafted that using ender pearls and a ghast here that I got from sieving soul sand. Okay, so this setup is working. I guess I'll see you again once I have that pink slime. And here we are. So I have almost 6 buckets of liquid meat and a single bucket of pink slime. And as I said, you get a lot more of the meat than you get of the slime. But I only need 1 of the buckets. I will now turn this off. It'll keep running for a little while these machines still have their internal energy storage filled. But it should run out fairly soon. Now I need a reasonably safe location. Quite frankly, I think I can put it down here. I need a bunch of slabs just for fun. I know I have some kind of slabs somewhere here. Sure, these will work. I need 4 of them. And I shall require... I made some syringes. They are... Did I put them in here? Yes, I did. You make them from plastic, rubber, and iron. And they can be filled with a variety of stuff that has a variety of uses. I think I need about 4 of you. And I need 8 lapis. And I used a lot of lapis on making the second looting sword, so that's why that is such a low amount. And I am at 139 diamonds, which is getting there. I need about, I don't know, 40-ish more now. And I still have that glacial precipitator here. I've never hooked it up. Eventually I will, but I don't need it right now. Okay, so I will make slime and beginning syringes, and they do basically what it says on the tin. Now, syringes are used in crafting certain things, but actually let me just show you. Now the empty syringe can be turned into a health syringe, and I think you use that to inject mobs with additional health. Like, say I have a cow that's taken damage. I think I could inject it with that to heal it. There's a growth syringe. This makes a baby turn into a mature animal instantly. Zombie syringe, I think this might turn villagers into zombie villagers. The slime and beginning one makes a small slime into a medium slime, and medium slimes into big slimes. And the de-zombification syringe, I believe, turns a zombie villager into a normal villager. But none of those are relevant at the moment. What I really want is these. And I'll put 5 of them or so on my hotbar. Well, don't really need anything else. Okay. I don't know how long it'll take for that to turn into a slime. And I don't need my... Actually, okay, that was quick. And now I slime and beginning it to make it into a larger one and yet a larger one. And now I hit it, turn it into smaller ones. And even smaller ones. And now I need my safari net to capture one. See, he's now in here, pink slime. And I will kill the rest of them by hand for the pink slime. Good. That should really suffice for the foreseeable future. I need 4 for each of the big laser setups, so this is enough to make 4 of those laser drills. I need 1 per pre-charger, and each laser can take up to 4 pre-charges, so that's how that works. And the rest of this stuff can go away. I have one of those pink slimes as backup now. I think what I'll do is I'll make it into a big one. I don't know if that really matters much, but... Did you just... You did. Okay. I thought for a moment he'd fallen, but actually he just kind of glitched out a little. And now this contains a big slime. Doesn't matter much, but I think there's a use for these. There's a machine which can basically spawn copies of items, of mobs that are inside safari nets. So that's why they are so useful. Now, the laser drill. I need one of these things, which requires a few diamonds. These illuminators, nothing really that expensive. The diamonds are probably the worst. And I need 4 pre-charges, as I said. And again, nothing too expensive, except for a diamond. So I need 6 of these glowstone illuminators, which is 6 of these frames, which is... Okay. Jetpack is off. I need 6 hardened glass. I'm just making these on camera now, at least to some extent. I need 2 of those to turn into... oh, I don't have my jetpack on. Well, I'm wearing it, I'm just disabling it, and I should need 12 redstone. I should really put down a few more crafting tables all over the place. But oh well, for now I'm just running back and forth. You guys do this. And make 6 of these. And how much do I need? 1,000 millibuckets of energized glowstone to turn these into the filled illuminators. So that's 24 glowstone dust. Because each dust gives me 250 millibuckets. 24. And if you shift click on the barrels, by the way, it'll only give you 1 item instead of giving you a whole stack at once. If I remember correctly, I also need some diamonds, but I'll get back to that. I'm not in a hurry at the moment. Magma Crucible, and there we go. And then I need 10 conductance coils? No, 8 conductance coils, 2 reception coils, okay. So that's 8 electrum, 2 gold. And you're working just fine, as are you. This one takes a lot of energy, by the way. It uses 400 RF per tick. I need a bunch of hardened glass and some plastic. I should have some of that somewhere. There's some raw plastic, there's some hardened glass. But that's not quite enough raw plastic. Well, wasn't that obvious? Do I even have any rubber left? I do. Okay, so don't go away. Thank you. Smelled. Oh. I'll have to start planting rubber trees again soon, and eventually one of the plots in the big farm will be reserved for rubber trees. And that, by the way, is a tank of milk. Because of all the cows, I basically got some milk, put them in a tank. That's, I think, 64 buckets of milk. Nothing spectacular. Okay, you guys are done. I think I can use these as a light source. But I shall not. I'll stick to torches for now and maybe use glowstone for the big build eventually. And I need... I'll just grab a stack of redstone and a few diamonds. And that's probably more than I really need, but that's okay. As I said, this device is a really nice thing for getting all sorts of items, so... 2 of those, and about 8 of those. And then I need hardened glass, which I have, pink slime, which I have. Plastic, which I have. I should be making, should be able to make some of these now, shouldn't I? Wait, oh, I put the, where'd I put the slime? Please tell me, oh, okay, I didn't throw it away. I need 1 of those laser drills, and that should be enough for 3 because I'm short on plastic, so I'll get another one in just a second. Hurry up. Don't want to wait. Impatient. I need 3 raw plastic, and then I'll recontinue doing this properly. Go on. There we go. And we'll put in 1 of those, and 1 of those, and these 2, and these 2, and these 2, and this. And that's 4 pre-chargers. And now I'm just going to put down how this will look in the end, but I'm not supplying it with energy at this point because, as I said, I'm still waiting on the leftover diamonds. And the diamonds required to craft this thing were not included in my 181 calculations, so those will need to be added. So the laser drill itself is this little block here, and it doesn't take energy by itself. Well, it does, but it doesn't receive it directly from a cable. Instead, you have to put down these pre-chargers. And they produce these nice little lasers. And these things here are what takes energy. I think they take 2500 RF per tick each at the maximum. And obviously the more you supply, the better, up to that maximum. And then those will actually give the energy to the laser drill itself. And I think I need some emeralds, probably 24. I think so, yes, 24 emeralds should be what I need. And I'm kind of getting ahead of myself here because I believe there's much later a quest to build this thing, but I'm just doing it now because it is so very convenient and I do have the resources for it. Well, in a way, I'll need to do some more stuff to actually set it up in a nice way, but generally speaking, I have what is required to build this. And I already made the glass, I think. It should be somewhere around. I will need some gold as well, actually, so you can come and you can come. There it is. Okay, I think I need 6 of those, because the laser drill takes these devices here, these laser foci, and these influence the rate at which certain types of ore are produced. I don't have the list in my head completely, but for example, if I add red laser focuses, this will increase the chances of getting nether ores. And I know if I add the yellow ones, that will increase the chances of giving me yellorium. And whenever he's basically got a million RF stored up, he will, he will randomly produce some ore, which might be diamond ore, it might be iron ore, it might be copper ore, it might be nether iridium ore, anything. And by using these foci should be correct, you can influence to some extent which he produces. And I believe those should be crafted like this. If this is not correct, I'll have to check. No, it's correct. And they don't stack either, but that's okay. You go ahead and turn back into ingots, thank you. I still didn't do any cleanup on my chests. Probably won't for a while. Yeah, this looks fine. And now this setup I will have to move, obviously. But yeah, I'll run it in this configuration. The way this works is it's more and more efficient, and by the way, right now I can stand in these lasers. If it's if it's actually working, then these lasers will cause damage to me. And they don't stack once I've picked them up. Interesting. The way it works, the higher the laser drill, the better it works. I think the limit is at 128 blocks or something along those lines. I'll make sure and check, but there's a limit from which point going even higher doesn't make a difference. But putting him down here at Y level about 70 wouldn't be a good idea. Instead, I'm going to put it way up in the sky, so I have a huge laser beam drilling down into the void, and the laser beam obviously causes damage. I'll just put these guys in here. They apparently don't stack, which is a little sad. But that's fine, I guess. Okay. And I can get the diamonds and the redstone back to that barrels. And I've had the thing again where the barrels where the item ducts messed up and stopped pulling in items. So these chests were full and the hoppers were full and all the items were just kind of flying around here, causing lag. And so this time I checked again and I saw that this chest is full. As you can see, it's at 4,096 out of 4,096 items. Now it's void upgraded, so I thought maybe that was causing the problem, but that wasn't it. Because when I just kind of jiggled the connection bit, I put down a new item duct here to refresh the item duct network, I guess. And suddenly all of these chests started working perfectly fine again, and all the stuff was pulled out just as I intended it to go. There appears to be some kind of glitch with this. The good thing is this system is almost a thing of the past now, so very soon we won't have to look at these anymore. And I've been AFK for a while, not really putting them into the smeltery. That's why some of these have accumulated up to, what was it, 14 stacks up here. I usually don't let them get above 9, but it doesn't matter. Okay, let me just turn on my jetpack again. Thank you. And this happens all the time. It's kind of annoying, but can't be helped. The animals are still glitched in this version, so they get stuck and glitch through fences, and they get stuck in the corners of the fences and such. And I think these guys should now be out of energy. Yeah, I don't think any of those will actually be doing anything anymore. So I can eventually go back and disassemble this and slaughter the animals, but really the only reason I built this at all was to get the pink slime, so it has served its purpose well. And yeah, I guess I can show you that quickly. Now the way I'll do it, I haven't built anything in addition here, by the way. This is still just the big old empty ring. The laser drill will, I mean, the center here will be where the first reactor goes, and I think there will be one reactor in each of these center edges. And maybe I'll put a few more additional ones. Eventually they become quite unproblematic to build. And somewhere up here is where I'll put the laser drill slightly removed, so like here. And there will be a one here, and one there, and one there. And 4 laser drills should really be sufficient. That would give me an amount of resources that's just ridiculous. And look, we can kind of look at what I've built so far, and it's kind of neat. Because I've not let this do any harvesting, all the crops are now fully grown except for the strawberries, which I never had the amount of seeds to completely fill it. I do now, but I never did while it was running. And I think most of these trees will have grown now, because oak trees grow even if they are directly next to each other. Yep. So this is a solid tree thing, and some really massive ones. Once I turn this back on, the harvester will burn through a lot of energy and make a lot of sludge in a very small amount of time. But I think that's really about it. I think it's been a good episode. We've definitely made some progress building some cool things. And next time, I promise, next time I will only start recording again when I have the required amount of diamonds and I can build the reactor and fuel it and all that. Which reminds me, I should probably start. Just to have a bit of a head start when I actually start using the reactor, I'm going to make 2 stacks of yellorium ingots. Just like this. Okay. This is currently my junk chest. I know I have leather and raw beef stored somewhere else as well. Again, don't mind the chaos. I have control over it, and eventually it'll all go away. So, yeah, not to worry. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, that was cool. I hope you learned something. And I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.